Hello there you beautiful people, and welcome to this video where you're going to be learning about one of the most useful and most important commands on all of Linux, the find command. Now the find command is used to execute sophisticated search tasks on your file system, and there is so much stuff that you can do with the find command that we're going to break up our discussion into a few videos. And in the next few videos what you're going to learn is you're going to learn how to use the find command, so what the find command's default behavior is. You're going to learn how to control the search depth that the find command searches on your file system. You're going to learn how to search by type, so how to get the find command to only return files or directories, how to search by name, so if you know exactly what you're looking for, you can search by name, and how to search by file size, so you can say, hey, find command, find me all the files that are bigger than 5 megabytes or smaller than 10 kilobytes, for example, or something in between. And one of the really cool things about the find command is that once you get this big list of results, as you'll see in the videos, you can execute other commands or other pipelines on each of those results. So we're going to show you how to do that, and you're going to have a really powerful tool in your Linux toolkit for manipulating loads of files at once. It's going to be awesome. So by the end, in general, you're going to be able to perform sophisticated search tasks with the find command. So that's it in a nutshell, and you're going to want to pay attention to this section for sure, because this may be very useful for your assignment. Hint, hint. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's go ahead and jump over into Ubuntu and start playing with the find command. Alright, so here we are in our home directory. So let's just go ahead and see how the find command will work by default. So the default behavior of the find command, if we just go ahead and run find, is to list every single file and every single folder that is lower down in our file system than the current folder that we're in, okay, and everything inside the folder that we're in, okay. So because we're currently in our working directory, if I just type find and press enter, we see a big long list of every single file and every single folder that is in our home directory and below it, okay. So it will go into every folder, every hidden folder, and expand out and expand out and expand out and list everything. So for example, here we've got our pictures folder, okay. It will not just show our pictures folder, it'll also show that we have a folder inside the pictures folder called holiday. We also have a file inside the pictures folder called findme6.txt. For example, we've got our desktop, we've got findme1.txt, and our desktop itself. Videos, and our videos/findme3.txt. So it'll list out the folders and everything inside them, and if there are folders inside those folders, then it will do exactly the same. It will go into those folders, expand those out, and if there's other folders in there, it will go into those folders and expand it out to an infinite depth. It will just go as deep as possible into your file system from starting in the current directory. Okay, so this is an immediate difference for us between the locate command and the find command. So the find command will list out files and folders, but the locate command will only list files. And the find command does not need a database in order to work. The find command just works right there and then. So it's always up to date because it operates directly on your file system. It doesn't use a database, so it's always up to date. But the one downside of that is it's slightly slower than using a database. So that's a trade-off to bear in mind. Okay, so because the find command will list every single file below where you give it, you can actually also, for example, give it the slash folder, the base folder for the entire system, and this will list every single file and every single folder on the entire system. So that's a fun thing to try if you're bored and you potentially want to smash your computer. But if you give it find/etc, then it will list everything on the system below etc. Okay, you can see it's giving us files and folders. If I give it find/home/ziad/documents, for example, it will list out everything below the documents folder. Okay, so we can see that it's given us the documents folder and the findme2.txt inside there. Okay, and if I make in our documents folder, if I make another folder, let's call it blah, let's just call it that, and copy and paste into there, we're going to call it this one test.txt. okay, and if I do find again with the documents folder, okay, home/ziad, let's do the tilde, okay, what's going to happen here is you'll see now that it's done the blah folder as well, and it's gone into the blah folder to find test.txt. Okay, so it said we told it look in the documents folder. It listed out find me to, and it saw another folder here called blah, and it opened that and listed everything out inside there. If I make another folder called blah blah, and inside there I copy and paste it so it says test2.txt, and now I just say find everything in the documents folder, you'll see that it's also listing out blah blah and test2. So the find command is searching deeper and deeper and deeper into the file system to an infinite depth. Okay, so that's something to bear in mind, and it starts either with the current directory, so I can start at the home directory, which is where we are at the minute, okay, or wherever you give it. So if I'm tell it to start at the documents folder, it will start there and continually dig deeper into the file system until it's shown you every file and every folder, no matter whether they're hidden or not. It doesn't matter. It'll show you every file and every folder deeper than that point on the file system. So just to make this clear, if I go to the documents folder, because I'm currently in the documents folder, as you can see by the pwd command, if now I just run the find command, because the find command will start by default at the folder we're currently in, if I do that, you can see now that it has started listing out the same stuff as up here. It told us that we've got the blah folder, the blah/blah blah, and it's showing us test2 and test and find me to, exactly what we were getting in our documents folder up here, because we were in the documents folder when we ran the find command. So you can either be in the directory that you want to start searching from, or if you're not, for example, we're not in the /etc folder, we can start the search from there, and it will search from the etc folder and continue to go to an infinite depth from that point. Okay, so that's what the find command is. It doesn't use a database, it operates directly on your file system, so it's a bit slower than the locate command, but it's incredibly powerful. So now that you've understood the basics of what the find command does, in the next video we're going to show you how you can customize some of its behavior, starting with how you can control the depth to which it searches and what it searches for. Okay, so the find command searches from where you give it or from the current directory by default, and in the next video we're going to take a look at how you can control some of the way that it searches. So I'll see you in the next video.